Hello everyone and welcome back. Bomber Saito here, continuing my gameplay after getting out of jail for the second time. Maybe I should lay low and don't do anything heroic if I don't want to return to that place again. I mean, they don't even have milk to dunk cookies on, and that's torture, even for me. That's why I'm gonna lay low and play games today. And with that, let's begin. Round 3, River. Let's begin the game. Usually a bomb's explosion is reduced in the water, but since Bomberman's bombs can't do that, I guess it doesn't have to be reduced. And wow, look at me go! I've really grown powerful that defeating enemies and destroying bots has become easy peasy. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Wow, I'm acting like a child. Well, either way, I'm just glad I'm really powerful. Because if I lost a life and I was returned to my original state, yeah, that would have been my problem. But if I did lost my life, I don't think my my powers would be reduced. Only the problem is that my control bomb would be gone. Next, begin. Yeah, so like I said, if I die in this game, I won't lose most of my powers, I'll just lose my control bomb. Which is kind of the main point I'm, winning this game to begin with. Yes! 2 combo! While I explained many things regarding Bomberman, I guess I should explain to you about the NES version of it, the first ever game that was created. I did said that he wanted to become a human, so since I'm not going to play that game, I might as well spoil the ending. In the end, he did become a human, and his story was actually continued in another game, Hudson Soft game. I think it was called Load Runner. Load Runner is a side-scrolling platform video game. I don't know, I never played the game, so I can't give much information. Well, it's like an arcade game of sorts, but it has many ports as well. Speaking of ports, I guess I never explained it, but the first NES Bomberman game was actually a remake, or rather a sequel to or prequel, man, I'm bad at this, was actually something related to a very old game from the ZX Spectrum, or was it MC Spectrum? It was called Eric and the Floaters. I don't know much about the story, but it was something similar to the NES Bomberman game. Next, start. Since Eric and the Floaters are somehow related to the NES Bomberman, it was created. Go! Explosion! The power-up I got is called the Vest. It protects me from my own powers, my own explosions, so I can explode as much as I want and I don't have to worry about it. But if I try to hit the exit with the explosion, then more enemies will come and that will be a problem. Just like that. Man, I'm really making more enemies here. Well, I'm actually happy that I can create as many explosions as I want and I won't get hurt, but I have to avoid the enemies still. They are something I cannot avoid. But this is great. Explosion! Explosion! Wow, I sound like a villain. I gotta control myself. But yeah, I did it! In the second part, I explained to all of you that most of Bomberman's stories aren't connected. When he was actually a policeman and then he was created by Dr. Mitsumori. There is one thing that White Bomberman has in common that, even if his story is not connected, there is one thing he has common, and it's the fact that he has a strong sense of justice. When he sees something wrong, he will do whatever it takes to fix that wrong and make it right. That's one thing he has in common, that's for sure. He appeared in many video games, not just this maze type video game, but also like a racing game of sorts and a party game. Well, I'm gonna play those games in the future, but right now I'm gonna be playing the PC Engine version of Bomberman. Whew, found the goal. Man, I just don't understand why, but I always flub my lines. I mean, I'm trying my best, but still, man, I'm really not good with commentary. But hey, I did warn you people, but if you still enjoy watching me stutter and flub my lines all the time, then be my guest. It's not like I'm going to stop you or anything. Most of these enemies, I guess I did told you that most of these enemies are actually a remake from the original NES Bomberman. But maybe I should explain this as well, that the enemies here are very different from the NES one. Or maybe I already said that. Who knows? The NES ones were, well, it had a bit of a challenge of its own, but in this one, most of the enemies move aimlessly. They're only attacked by one, killed by one hit. Man, I'm still flubbing my lines. And well, they're not hard. I guess in a way, this is more like a easy version of Bomberman than the NES one. Oh yeah, I guess I forgot to tell you this about the NES one. But in the NES Bomberman, whenever you clear every 5 stages, I think, you will be brought into a bonus stage where you can kill enemies as much as you want. And you won't have to worry about it. Well, as much as you want, and until the timer runs out. So yeah, it's like a bonus stage. But if you want to know this as well, in the PlayStation 1 version of Bomberman, I think it was called Bomberman Party Edition. It had the same mechanics as well. In the Bomberman Party Edition, it worked a little similar to the NES Bomberman. The only thing difference in this was that the PS1 version has more enhanced graphics and the gameplay is a bit more solid at the moment. Why am I saying at the moment? I mean it's solid, something like that. But yeah, if I had to compare between the PC one, the NES, and then the PlayStation 1, then I guess I have to say that PlayStation 1 is the best one out there. Since the mechanics are great, the bombs are pretty solid. Why am I saying bombs? I meant the graphics, and man, I am so bad at this. I am not feeling it today. But yeah, like I said, if I have to compare between the three, I would have to say that PlayStation 1 is the best. But I said this before, and I'll say it again, I'm not planning on playing the PlayStation 1, since it doesn't really much have a story. It only has a few cutscenes between the Black Bomberman and the White Bomberman, so I don't plan on playing it. I mean, it's good and a nice game, but not my style. I wish to play games that have a bit of story in it, because if I play games that doesn't have story, well, it's a bit of a boring side, but I still enjoy the gameplay. I mean, who am I saying? I mean, I already played games that don't have much story in it. Well, not told the stories, but you have to learn it from the internet or Wikipedia or fandom or things like that. I mean, when I played Sonic 1, it didn't have much of a story, just keep moving forward. And in the Super Mario Advance, I didn't know, just keep moving forward. The Mega Man, same thing. You get what I mean. I mean, it's a bit of a frustration for some people, but I guess I just don't mind. I mean, yeah, maybe I do want story somewhat, but if it doesn't want to, then I guess I'm fine with it. I just really like playing games. Since games is my hobby after all. Wow, am I admitting that I'm playing, that games is my hobby? Wow, go me. I never admit that. Or do I? It's a mystery. Wait, why am I being a detective? I'm a hero, not a detective. I just hope I don't get arrested this time, because I am so tired of going back to jail. Well, not like I can do anything about it. If I create a ruckus in the city, it's only natural I'll be going to jail. And even though I was trying to save that woman. Alright, here we go. Time for the final one. It means that I'll be dealing with the boss. The boss this time is Aryan, the same one as the first first round. Well, I guess since I didn't get much to explain last time, I'll explain again. Aryan is a dragon-type enemy. He's not that difficult to defeat, but he's not easy either. He can alternate between his fast and slow speed, so you'll have to be very careful. The only way to defeat him is if you change all his scale colors to pink, or I think it's red. Once all of them has been changed to red or pink, that's where he is defeated, just like this. And I guess I won. That's all I have to explain. And with that, I'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone. Never thought Bomberman's bomb would also work on water since water is known for reducing its explosion. But I guess that goes to show that Bomberman's bomb are one of a kind. Either way, be sure to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell for next week's reminder. Until then, I'll see you all in the next video. Take care and see you later. Now then, I'm just gonna lay low today and play with some firecrackers. And this costume allows me to make as many as I want. I'm sure this won't lead me to go to jail. I totally forgot that my country bans all firework related items. And I was just playing with tiny ones. Did I really have to get arrested for that? Aww.